sure, knowing you, you wouldn't ever discount what the fans bring to the table when they're at the stadium. This time around, they're not going to be there, and you're going to be playing in silence. Does that scare you a little bit? Does that make you feel different?
I think obviously you all want to play in front of big crowds and on the big stage, and there's certainly an element of adrenaline that gets pumped into you when the crowd gets very loud, especially at the Chennai. I mean, when the RCB crowd gets going, it's difficult to stop the RCB team. So we will miss that, there's no doubt about it. I won't say that I'm not used to it. I've played a lot of cricket in empty stadiums. I grew up like that, obviously. So it's only the last few years, well, my international career, that I've played in front of crowds. And even then, during every season, I would go back to play domestic cricket, a 4-day game here or there on our second field, where there are like literally 5 people sitting. So. And that's also beautiful. You can really hear the ball off the bat. There are other elements that you enjoy in the game again, but we will miss the RCB crowd, there's no doubt about that.
AB, in the practice, we saw you bat, we saw you bowl, we saw you keep with Parthiv. Obviously, you were fielding as well. Is there anything else that you have in your mind? I mean, that's broadly what the game has, right? So, what other plans do you have, EB?
Do some photo shoots as well, eh? No, it's funny you say that. I've always joked with Virat, and I told him like 2 nights ago. I said, listen, if you need me this year with a ball in hand, I'll be there. Look, I've never been a great bowler, but I love toying around and keeping things fresh and just having fun out there.
AB, let's talk about the heat in Dubai. You played here before as well. Is it advantage AB, considering it's hotter than India here?
I'm not really used to these kind of conditions, to be honest. It's very hot. It's similar to, it reminds me of a test match we played, I think in July, in Chennai once, where Viru scored 300. That was some of the hottest weather conditions I've ever experienced in my life. Okay. So the humidity is similar to that, and even at 10 o'clock at night.
It's humid.
When I arrived here, I immediately went onto Google and I checked the weather conditions for the next few months, and it seems to be getting better.
Yeah.
I can already feel it's a little bit better. Maybe I've got accustomed to the weather as well now, but it will definitely play a part, and you'll have to be aware of consuming that and making sure you have energy for the back end of your innings or for the last 5 overs of your bowling spell and of our bowling innings. It's important to have that energy, and the weather will play a part.
I think the weather's put all of us in self-doubt in that sense. I've done the exact same thing, and I still can't believe if the temperatures come down or if I've gotten more accustomed to it. So you recently participated in the 3-team cricket tournament. What is it with AB de Villiers falling in love with the unusual?
I won't say I necessarily fell in love with it. It was pitched to us. It's quite a good idea. It's a different format. A lot of it felt quite different and unique. A lot of it I enjoyed, and there are also some elements that I didn't enjoy it as much, and that they will have to work on. But it was just great fun to, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the lockdown and this pandemic, to actually get out there and play a game of cricket. It was great to just be out there, hitting some balls with my friends, obviously keeping social distancing. We did all the necessary things to, but it was just great to be out there. Which
makes me want to ask you a question. Does the collective level of the game drop because the bowlers haven't bowled, the batsmen haven't batted? So are we looking at a collective drop in the game by any chance? Not at all. No? It's weird. I don't know how it happened, but in the 3TC game, I was some of the best bowling I've faced in the last 3 to 5 years. Wow. The boys were landing the Yorkers. They showed some great skill with pace variation. I think the guys are so hungry just to play cricket that you might see leveling up somehow, because everyone's working out so hard now. They're very hungry, the desire is there, the motivation. It's not just copy and paste. Now the guys are actually coming back with this rediscovered energy and love for the game. So I think we're going to see some fireworks. Let's talk a little bit about some of the players who are going to be joining in a little later. How does that add to the balance of the side? It's fantastic. We only get some world beaters coming in now. Finch, Zampa, Moeen Ali. I think that's it, the 3 of them. Or am I missing one? Josh Philippe.
And Josh, yes. I'm so much looking forward to connect with him. I see a lot of similarities in the way he plays when I was younger. Also wicketkeeper batsman. So. But the 4 guys joining us just add to to what we've created here, and that's a very special team environment.
Everybody is looking forward to watching you and Virat bat, except Virat. Whom are you looking forward to seeing in the RCB camp? Any youngsters that you've seen and you're like, wow, this kid is special?
I've always enjoyed watching Finch play, but I know him quite well already. A guy that I'm very, very excited about is Josh, the young wicketkeeper from Australia. I watched him play for Sydney Sixers, the pink jerseys in the BBL. Very exciting to watch. He takes the new ball on. He's a very talented player with all the shots in the book, and he's very young. So I've heard Alan Gilchrist say good things about him as well. So I'm really looking forward to, as a 36-year-old who's played international cricket for ages now. I'm looking forward to give back what I've learned over the years. If he's open to learn, I can't wait to work with him. AB,
a message to the RCB fans?
We're very fond of our fans, and firstly, we're going to miss them so much in this IPL. But secondly, the main aim for us is just to entertain them, to show them the love through the television screens, and as we all know, we want to win the trophy. And if we do win that trophy and we celebrate it, we will definitely get something on the cameras, and we're doing it for the RCB fans at the end of the day. So let's hope we go all the way for them.